So my husband was like, where were you when I was with her in the hospital? Where were you? You didn't even come to visit us. What are you talking about? Omo, if you're not ready, just waka. And that was what kept the guy. See, let me tell you the truth. If you're a married man and you are friends with someone who do not have regards for women, then it is just a matter of time. If you're a woman and you're mingling with women who do not have regards for men, it is just going to be a matter of time. You will start seeing things through their own eyes. This gist, it gets why. Let us talk. Let me gist you. Grab drink. Let me gist you. Hello everyone. How y'all doing? If you're coming across my face for the first time, my name is Kate Igodo and this is the Igodo Family Vlogs. Let us get right into the story. Thank you so much for coming to watch this video. So as young couples, right, I remember then in Nigeria, one of the times, you know, I had fallen sick. I was very sick. I was very sick, and they kept treating and at a point, you know, I became, you know, in fact, I became so helpless. And Hubby was like, you know what, at this point, they just need to do, you know, run some tests. And it was at the point they ran the test, they discovered that I had very terrible acute typhoid. What do they call it again, Ben? You know, very terrible typhoid. And, you know, I was admitted in the hospital. And I remembered that, you know, Hubby, of course, now it was just the two of us, 5 and 6, you know. Hubby was there with me until we got discharged. And then, while I was at home trying to recover, I remembered that one of his friends had visited him. They watched this, listening attentively. His friend, one of his friends visited him. And this friend was not like real bodied friend. He's one of those acquaintances, you know, one of those guys that maybe you guys flow together on a gist, flows together or whatever. Don't mind me, it's very cold here. That is why I'm wearing this. So, you know, they were to go somewhere, right? And coincidentally, I was also to go somewhere. I was supposed to go somewhere. And Hubby and this guy, they were supposed to also go somewhere. So after sitting down and exchanging pleasantries and gisting and whatever, when it was time for them to go, hey, Hubby now said, since we are going to different routes, you know, his route was away from my own route, from where I was supposed to go, right? And for some reason, I can't remember the appointment anymore, but for some reason, I needed to be there, and he also needed to be where himself and his friends needed to be where they were supposed to be. So when, you know, Hubby now said, okay, you know what, you can go with the car, and then my friend and I will take public transport, because at the time we had just one car. So he said I should go with the car that himself and the friend was like, wait, come, you know, he said, yeah, my wife is going to go with the car and we can take public transport. He said, no, they don't, they do something like that. Haba, they're not going to, she should go and take public transport, and then you and I can drive in the car. My husband said no. My husband said no. She is going to go with the car, and we will be men. We go take public transport. The guy was like, you know how this guy was, first of all, he was astonished. He was surprised that a man would do a thing like that. He was surprised, but again, he toughened it up. The guy was talking like he was the owner of the car. Like, this should not, no, this is ridiculous. Like, Oga, why will you do that? What is the meaning of that? So he was like, you know, that is not right now. Madam should go and take public transport. My husband was like, do you know my wife has been sick? She's just been discharged from, you know, at home, you know, still trying to get herself. She said, but madam done strong small, you know, not be to just take a walk, or better where we can just drop her and, you know, on the road. My husband now looked straight into his eyes and said, oh boy, if you no one come with me, you can go home. I will go there. But my wife, when I did hospital, When I dey hospital alone with her, you there with me? Did you come to check up on us? Now when she dey house, they try to recoup. You know how it is with someone who is trying to recover from sickness. You know all those weakness and you don't want to stand for too long. Even driving. If not that, she needed to keep that appointment. If I had my way, I would have taken her there. I would have taken her there myself. But since I cannot take her, and she says at least she can drive. She will drive herself. You and I, men, very healthy, very strong, we are going to take public transport. And if that is not fine with you, you can go. Make I go alone. That was how it was really an awkward. It was an awkward, an awkward environment. Even though they were just trying to, Hubby was trying to be very diplomatic about it, but also was sending a clean message, out. But again, so the guy was like, okay, madam, I don't know, say you sick like that. When he now realized that my husband was not bulging, when he realized that he meant what he was saying, like, he said, hey, yeah, I don't know, say you sick like that. I don't know, say na so the thing serious. So, Oga, you knew I was in the hospital. You knew I was admitted. You knew, even when he came to the house, he saw me still trying to gather myself together and get myself, so eventually they went. But you know what? I think Hubby got the message, and Hubby, in fact, distanced. If you know my husband very well, you know that he's one women advocate. Let me just put it that way. He is one with anything to make a woman uncomfortable gets into his bloodstream. Like it gets into it. See, that thing eats inside of him. So, after that day, my husband decided to distance himself from that guy. And to be honest with you, that was the last time he came. I said that to say this. There are people who do not, especially, there are some men, not all. There are some men who feel that some of the things you will do, technically for a human being, or some of the things they will enjoy is a privilege for a woman to enjoy it. Take for instance, I am not feeling fine. My husband is feeling fine. My husband is very, very strong. And he said, Oga, oh boy, let us take public transport. We are strong. And it's not like where we are going is if you don't get there, something it's not that serious. And this is someone who is not feeling fine. I mean, why is that supposed to be a privilege? Like, why is giving me a car to ride so I won't have to stand on the road and wait for transportation and be jumping from one bus to the other, or be jumping from one taxi? Why is that a luxury for woman? Like, how is that luxury? How is that considered luxury? This is just empathy. This is just you putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, whether it's a man or a woman. If you're a woman and you're friends with, you're in the gathering where women talk down on men, women have low regards for men, it is just a matter of time. If you don't run away, it is a matter of time. You will start seeing things. You start reasoning with them. You start seeing things. You say, okay, yeah, you can call people out without necessarily. I'm sure you know absolutely what I am talking about. And if you're a man and you're always in the midst of men who do not have regards for women, look, it's just a matter of time. You start seeing things through their own perspective. You start seeing things through their eyes. So run away. Your best bet is to run away. Run away from such people. Because again, I mean, it's not supposed hard. It's not supposed to be this difficult. Again, it's empathy. Empathy, just putting yourself in that person's shoes. And that was how that relationship died. And I'm glad it did, because the guy, before this time, I see his body language each time he comes around and he sees some things, he finds it awkward, or he finds it strange that a woman is being adored, or a woman is being treated, a woman is being pampered, a woman is being, you guys already, my husband is a very good cook, so sometimes you see him, he will be in the kitchen, I'll be doing other things, and he was one of those that found it really awkward that a man should be doing that for a woman. So that was how that relationship packed up, and I'm glad it did, and Hubby did not regret it at all to just let him go. But again, hey, association is very, very important. Association is very, very important, and it is okay for you to stand out of the crowd, stand out clearly from what you do not believe in. Let me know at the comment section your thoughts about this story, and have you had anything similar? Have you come across people who do not, who feel that a certain things is just luxury for women and women should not enjoy? Let me know at the comment section. If you watched it to this point, I love you. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. If you're not part of this family yet, a very good time to join. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Bye.